So hello everybody, welcome back. I wanted to talk to you right now about this seed, and it is a very special seed. You can find it in Amazon, and it took me about 5 years to find it. I was able to get it um, through a web page that uh, I found because a friend told me that I could get into that web page to try to get it, and then that web page didn't work, and then finally I got a phone number from somebody that lives in another state from my country, which is very very far away, and then they were able to send it to me, and they were supposed to sell only 4 of these per person, per package, but I told this person that I just wanted to share this seed with everyone, and then she was supposed to send me 8, but at the end she sent me 12 or something like that, and then I gave it up to everyone, and then I planted 2, and then someone told me that they had one tree like this nearby, so I went there and I saw a lot of these seeds in the ground because nobody cares about this freaking seed. And in fact, when people have this tree, they actually burn it or something, and they don't even know what the hell, because the knowledge of these things is kind of lost. So I'm trying to educate people, and not only that, but this will save you a lot of money and time and things like that. So anyway, before I continue, I wanted to remind you that down below is my email in case that you want to help me out by sending an Amazon gift card. So thank you very much. I really appreciate that one. And here you go. This seed, I don't know if you can see it through the light. Let's see. I don't know if you can see it, but see? Sound? It's like a little maraca thing. It is supposed to have a black bean thing inside. Now, this outside shell is kind of a little bit like a bubble gum thing. And yeah, and this little seed is called little soap. And the reason for that is because this is how people used to do their laundry and wash their clothing long time ago. Actually, in my grandmother's time, meaning about 40 years before I was born, so around 80 years ago or something like that, meaning, now it's 221, but, let's say 220. So in the 1940s or 50s or something like that, here in my country, you could find these virtually everywhere, and especially if you went to a river. And it was impossible for you to walk without noticing one of these things. It's like a mango. It's like you walking into my country without seeing a papaya tree or a mango tree or an avocado tree or one of these freaking trees or one aloe vera tree. It's kind of like that. So this seed, like I said, you can find it in Amazon. It's about $2. And this is a tree that grows very, very high, but not very, very wide. It's like a palm kind of tree. Okay? So it produces about, I will think, probably around 5,000 seeds of these each tree. And here is how people did the laundry long time ago in my country with this thing. You just go, find a bunch of these, put it into a container, whatever size you want. And then you grab a rock, very strong rock, and then you place it, all of them together with the rock on top of the cloth, and then you just mash it. And then you take the black thing, you put it apart, and this shell becomes soap if you smash it very, very hard. Now, that one is a hard way. There is an easier, faster way, which is you take a bunch of these, around 40 to 50, okay? And then you place them in a bucket that, those buckets that contain like a 5-gallon thing. Those buckets that contain paint, and they are like 5-gallon things that are about 20 liters, kind of like that. Yeah, you place about 40 to 50, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending upon what you want. and then the water must be really, really, really hot, okay? And then you just leave them, and then you come back about an hour later, and that water is going to be soapy water, and that's it. And then you wash your clothing normally. You can even use that thing and just throw it in the laundry, in the washing machine, and then you don't need to add anything. This thing is just hypoallergenic, and it will get rid of grease, and it will get rid of everything because it's kind of sticky. And the black part, you take for several things. First of all, you can play, metra. We call it metra. I have no idea how to call that in English. It's kind of like you take that and then you pull it a lot so that you can throw it, and then you point things, and then you kind of like do points. If you hit things with that thing, and you can also do necklaces with this. You can also do bracelets, and you can also do uh, art, like uh, artesanía. I don't know how to say that in English, but it's kind of like you can make little dolls and stuff, and then figures and stuff, because they are all kind of rounded, when they all stick together very nice if you put them with something hard. So anyway, this thing, it's you can also use it for doing the dishes, in your kitchen and stuff. And what you do is you grab a bunch and you boil them in a very small container. You boil them. You really, really boil them for a little while, and then you take that water, and with that water you just do the dishes and everything. And it is a very cheap, nice way, because whoever has a tree like this can also make a lot of money, because in Europe they pay 15 euros, between 10 and 15 euros for kilo of this thing. So people who have this tree, they don't share it with anybody, because basically if someone steals those trees when they are little and stuff, oh hell, basically each tree will produce you around 1,000 or 2,000 euros per year. So if you have four, you have 4,000 euros. Because all you do is you grab these things, and then you select them, and then you send them, and all you have to do is pay the shipment here in bolivares, which is cheaper. And all you have to do is figure out how the hell to sell it and all that stuff. So it's a lot of money in stake, but the point is that whoever has these will never have to worry about buying laundry detergent, because this is very effective, and you have that in your backyard. It also, this material called saponin, and by the way, this seed is called saponaria. This is saponin, which means that basically this material it's also the base upon soap. So if you're going to make some cosmetics that are hypoallergenic and stuff, you want to have this seed so that you can do kind of like a base pasty thing. Now that is another video, and there is one Venezuelan guy that has been trying to teach people not to throw away this seed and not to burn these trees down, because nobody in this country, besides people that are trying to figure out how the hell to do things, without money, which by the way is basically almost everybody, but not anybody, because everybody is trying to make money, because otherwise how the hell are you going to live? So anyway, the point is that some people are using the tree per se, because you can also use the tree per se for making cosmetics. And they are hypoallergenic, and this material is very, very valuable for people that work in that industry. Now, if you were in a country like the US or Argentina or Canada, in which this thing is probably not going to grow, because I do not think that this thing will withstand winter, there is a tree called yucca, and I'm not talking about cassava, okay? Because cassava is the same as yucca in Spanish. No. I'm talking about a tree that is kind of I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of like a very long very long leaf, you know, and it is kind of like the form of the leaf is like a hair, you know, in the sense that it falls down like a hair, and it is this thick, the leaf, okay? So basically you have like a leaf that goes like that, kind of like a hair, and it goes like this thickish leaf. And then that plant is very, very special because all you need to do to get shampoo and, you know, a very, very soapy material that you can use for washing your hands immediately, and it is very antiseptic and stuff like that. All you need to do is grab the yucca and then, you know, take the root. And the root will be, as soon as you touch the root, you will know it is that, because as soon as you touch it, it feels like shampoo in your hands. Because that root has a liquid on it, and that liquid is actually saponin. But this one you have to take it out. But the saponin in that plant is just right there, and it's kind of like all you have to do is just take it and then use it directly. And it will make foam in your hands, and that's how you used to wash your hair and your hands and your face and whatever you wanted to wash. And some people like it a lot, other people do not like it. And what I do recommend is that if you're going to find that tree, which by the way grows almost everywhere in the American continent, I do not know if it grows in Europe, that thing smells nice, and because it has a smell, meaning it has oils from the plant, some people might be allergic to it. Not all of them, but you know, this one is hypoallergenic, but the yucca may not be hypoallergenic because you're talking about the root, and that one has oil from the plant, and that might be, you know, allergic to some people, but it smells nice and it is very, very, very effective. So what nobody tells you is that, you know, in my country, for example, nobody tells you that this thing, when my grandmother was alive, this thing, it was impossible for you to walk, you know, anywhere in the rivers or in the cities or whatever, and not find this freaking tree until it was exported. Because people in Europe started using this thing, and then it was exported. And as soon as it was exported, then everybody cut them without replanting. Because why the hell would you replant a mango? It's like, what the hell? You have like, I don't know, 1,000,000 of those trees in my country. It's just, it's like you trying to kill, I don't know, flies. It's just not happening. No matter how much you try, it's not happening. So, you know, no matter how much you try, it was very difficult for you to get rid of these things, because, you know, they just keep growing and growing. And the problem is, of course, now that these things, you know, they require a lot of water to grow. And once they are adults, like 2 or 3 years, they will not require that much water or whatever. But, you know, it's important to understand that we are losing knowledge that our grandparents used to teach me, and my generation is not getting across to the new generations. And if that doesn't happen, then basically all the generations for my daughter or my grandkids are going to depend upon chemicals. And not only that, but they might not be able to save these things unless somebody tells them. In fact, I found nearly 400 of these things, and I have been giving them up like crazy. Like I grab like 5 or 6 in a fist, and then I give it up to people as tips, and I tell them right away, each seed is worth $2. And if you were to, you know, plant the tree and then get the freaking tree, this tree will produce you 1,000 to 3,000 euros per year, you know, if you figure out how the hell to sell it. So also, you know, I tell people that they should try to plant these things because you don't need laundry detergent. And also, the less chemicals you have is better, because if you don't have water either, you know, cleaning something that is natural is faster, and you don't require as much water as you will require for something that is chemical. And not only that, but this is free. If you have this in your backyard and you are producing this thing, you will have enough for the whole year, even share with everybody. And it is free. So why would you spend money, on laundry detergent unless you're being very specific for something like the smell or something? And even then, you can still use this for the preparation for the laundry, and then you can add something else for the smell. And you can also mix this with something else like the soap that you actually like, but you now need very, very little amount and stuff like that. So this is something that, is kind of like those things, Nobody tells you that there are plants that will alert you of somebody coming nearby. Nobody tells you that there are plants that will actually, react to certain types of energies and they will heal you. Really. I mean, do you have any idea how many things we are missing that have to do with natural things and natural remedies that we are missing? Either because people don't tell other people or just because we trust pharmaceuticals more. Even though we don't know how those pharmaceutical things act in our body and nobody knows. So, I think that this is kind of like a balance. Sometimes you require medicine and sometimes you require nature. And I just hope that this helps people. It's called saponaria. And anyway, I hope this was helpful. So thank you.